Good afternoon.
Welcome back.
Episode 4.
March 5th, 2019.
And I'm stuck here in the lair with you.
Are you really?
I don't want to be.
Could I even be here?
Fat Tuesday. Happy Fat Tuesday.
I thought it was Mardi Gras.
No, it's Mardi Gras. It's Fat Tuesday.
Oh.
Fat Tuesday. But have you looked at me? Fat Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But I'm glad that we have a Fat Tuesday because I don't feel so singled out. All right, so tell me, on an average, how much time do you spend on your cell phone?
24/7.
24.
I meant an average.
An average, how long do you spend on your cell phone? You personally, do you feel that you spend anywhere from 2 hours to 4 hours to 8 hours, 9 hours? Do you feel like you're on your phone too much?
I feel like I'm on my phone too much.
Okay, that's an honest answer. I've been on my phone too much as of late. Doing really good when I removed social media. Then I crumbled, become a terrible person, and brought it back. Today's discussion, as you can see, is devices and how people are spending too much time. Justin has some statistics he looked up as far as information, just some general information to put out there, which is pretty eye-opening.
Mm-hmm.
So how long, now I know when I looked up the information myself, personally, they didn't really have a number for adults or percentage for adults because adults don't spend much time on the devices, or that's what the mentality is. Because they're working 8-10 hours a day and really don't have a whole lot of time, especially parents or adults that have young children or work a lot of hours and then have young children to come home and take care of. So, they're not going to spend a whole lot of time with their phones. They want to spend time with their kid. They want to make the money and work, which is good. Young children, I know I've seen myself, and I myself, being a parent, wouldn't allow you to spend a whole lot of time on your phone when you're younger.
Believe it or not, I put my phone up at 8 at night.
And then I think the biggest issue is teenagers. What is the age demographic that you looked up as far as from what age to what age?
The most that kids are mostly, as it said on the computer, which I didn't write down, I meant to, that kids are introduced to the internet when they are at least 12 or 13 years old.
Wow, that is young. When did you get your first phone?
My first phone when I was...
You were 11, 12, maybe.
11 or 12.
And that's only because we're using it as a safety, not a babysitting device. Because he was in school and we wanted him to have a way to contact us. That also has the GPS tracking abilities. So it was a safety factor for him to make sure that he was safe.
Yeah.
When I looked up the information, it said most college adults, 18 to 24, spend most of their time, anywhere from 4 hours to 9 hours in their devices. Now, as you looked up, you said what? They're doing it in the bathroom.
Well, it says here most teens have their phones at night, all day, while they sleep. Well, at night, while they go to bed, while they eat dinner, while they're sitting talking to their parents, talking to anybody out there, at interviews. They basically everywhere they go, even in the bathroom, of course. Some of them use it in the bathroom for entertainment, because
So from
No, you know what? We're just gonna back up.
that's awkward.
It made it awkward. You made this awkward. I didn't.
Well, no, it depends on what you're thinking.
Oh my god.
So I lost my whole train of thought.
Good job, Ace.
I'm all right. So, do you feel as a 17-year-old person, I won't say child because you're almost an adult at this point, but a 17-year-old person, do you feel as though you personally need to have your phone?
Personally, I really feel like I don't need my phone.
Now, we'll touch on a small stint. Just recently, well, not recently, but back in July 2018, we all, as a family, decided to take the challenge and you go to a military school because the schools around here are not the best. So this was your answer to, I need to do something with my life. You went 5.5 months, almost 6, without a phone.
Yep.
You even came home for 4 days on placement passes and didn't really want your phone. You just wanted to sit and talk to mom and dad because you wanted to catch up and tell us stories. So you know you can go without your phone if it comes down to it. But there are kids, and I've seen it myself, that feel like, or even adults.
To their phones.
Yeah, they feel like that having a phone is something they have to have, or parents must give them the phone. No.
The phone is a treatment that...
It's a privilege.
Yeah.
It's a privilege to have a cell phone or any kind of device. It's not required. When I was growing up, we didn't have those.
You had the jitterbugs.
We didn't even have that.
Oh, damn.
Do you know what we did?
Y'all had those big phones with the giant antennas. Yeah.
No, I'm not Zach Morris. No, we had our bicycles. We rode to our friends' houses, knocked on the door and said, "Can Johnny come out and play?" Or we all met up, or by accident in the neighborhood, we were all met up and we decided to hang out. One time, all the neighborhood kids got together and we all built a tree house in my backyard.
Wow, you don't see that every day.
And my dad helped.
You don't see that every day.
That doesn't happen every day. No, not anymore. This was back when I was a kid.
Now that technology's around, everybody's
right. We had
stuck.
our bikes. We had books. We had, now when I was starting to get a little bit older, we had a Nintendo.
He still has that, by the way.
No, I don't. Would I like to have another one? Yes. Do I need one? No.
You got that little Game Boy blue thing in cube. It looks like a box.
I may disown you after this.
That's perfectly fine.
So, we went to Pretty sure you brought that for me.
The yellow one's for you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What if I like the grape?
Then eat the grape. My finger's been all over it and it got hair on it.
So, we went to Golden Corral one weekend. Wanted something different. Normally we like the little podunk restaurants.
Oh, this story pissed me off.
This is a clean show.
My bad. It slipped out my mouth.
Yeah. So anyway, we're sitting there.
Like this candy is about to slip into your mouth.
And
no, hold on. You know what?
I refuse to start this over again. I refuse.
We'll edit it.
Now I'm about to edit you out.
My God.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Sit here and talk to myself. See, he's not here. So, we, as a rule, as a family, no phones while we eat. Correct? No phones. As a family, we sit and we have a conversation. That is the rule. Always been the rule. You have no reason to bring a phone. There's only the people at the table are the people you care about most. And everybody's safe, everybody's there. Don't need a phone. We even turn off the TV. Unless mommy's watching HGTV.
Which you've been watching. You're turning old. You can tell by the bald spot. And the glasses. And the gray hairs.
You're getting edited out.
You can edit me out all you want.
Anyway, we're sitting there at Golden Corral, and Justin was next to me, and Mom was in front of me, my wife. I call her Mom because, well, she's Mom. And there was a gentleman diagonal from me with his son, and we watched as this gentleman scarfed down food and did not put down his cell phone to have a conversation with his child. In the meantime, his child is just sitting there eating.
And on his phone.
He's on his phone too in his lap. We didn't see that until the end. Very discouraging.
Bad parenting.
Watched, we were at Chick-fil-A the other night, and I watched a young girl and her father. When you take your kid out, that's a special treat. That's a moment with your kid. A moment to sit there and talk about the day. Talk about anything that's going on. Those conversations are important. But the little girl sat and ate her food without that conversation. And he sat on his cell phone while he ate. We're missing the conversations. The parents are the ones who need to teach our kids and teach the children how to do the correct thing. Just before we decided to record this vlog, Justin came in and somebody had asked him something, and he said, "Dad, can I talk?" Yes, we can talk. I stop everything to have that conversation unless I'm working. I work from home, so I do make the time to listen to him and give him some feedback. And I feel like I'm gonna smack that candy in your mouth. I really do. Never hit my child.
Never has, never will.
You heard that? I think we have something here. That's a dog. But I will stop everything to have that conversation because he needs to know, as my child, that he's important and that Dad will stop and listen to him and have that conversation with him. How can I be serious when we've got a dog out there making those weird sounds? Okay. Am I right?
Yes, you're right.
That, not about the dog, about
Oh.
the conversations. Even when my wife talks to me, I will put down my phone and have that conversation with her. Unless it's something on my phone and I'm sharing it with her.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important to have any part of those conversations without a device in front of your face. We as parents, and I think when a child is deeply engrossed in their phone, it's bad parenting. That's my opinion. You're using the phone to not have that conversation with your child and using it as a babysitter. No. Get out there and do something. Have those... Why are you laughing?
Bruce. Sorry, I'm listening to Bruce.
I need you back in this conversation. I need you back in.
I'm listening.
You're not, I need you here.
I got something on my face.
You always get something on your face. But it's bad parenting. We have tools. Apple has screen time. They just introduced in one of their newer software versions that the parents can see what they're doing. They have control over their apps. They know what's going on. Mm. You also have the ability to take that phone out of the child's room at night. Mm-hmm. Sorry, no, you don't. Oh my Lord. Sorry, no, you're not sleeping with that phone in your room. Have we tried?
Yes.
To let you do that?
Yes.
When he came home and he got his phone back, we let him have it in his room. And I kind of, myself personally, let him hang himself. I'll let it go a month. Well, he kept saying, I can't sleep. That's because you were on your phone. And you had some other things going on, but you're past that now. But you're on your phone. So now we all, as a family, none of us keep our phones in our rooms while we sleep. So I have an office where I work, and we put the phones in this room. Yeah, it's
Get your dog.
my dog.
Yes.
Whatever. We put the phones in this room to keep us from having to be up all night because it's not worth it. It's not. Sleep is sleep. I want my sleep.
Oh my God, I can't tell you how much I want to sleep right now.
No, I was agreeing with you.
Oh.
So I think the important thing at this point is parents, step up, be parents. I'm a parent myself.
For real.
I can't tell anybody how to parent, but I can suggest. But parents need to step up and be a parent. Don't be scared. It's okay to look at your kid and say, no.
Anyway, past that, I was outside one day riding my skateboard. And
Good example.
And I was out there and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go talk to these new kids in the neighborhood and say I'm gonna make new friends, you know, hang out with them and stuff. I go over there and I say, hey, how are y'all? And they look up at me and they go right back into their phones. Can't even have a literal conversation without someone looking at their phone.
Yeah, we've watched instances at restaurants and things like that where the kids are just on their phones. Why did you go out?
Exactly.
You could have done the same thing at home.
Not only that, but when I'm out with one of my friends at the mall, I watch kids all the time. They're out there, you want to hang out? But you're on your phone the whole time, not even talking to each other. Like, makes no sense.
Sit down and have a conversation.
When I'm with a friend or something, or like when I'm talking to my dad or something, I'll put my phone down, I'll listen.
That's because if you don't want to smack it out of your hand.
True. But when I'm with my friend, it's like an old friend that I haven't seen in a long time, I'm going to put my phone down, I'm going to put it in my backpack and not touch it for a while and catch up.
It's important. It's very important. Sure, we know take pictures. Everybody wants to take a picture, a thing like that. You know,
Make memories.
Yeah, that's what pictures are for. But if you have to sit on your phone, then you're not developing any kind of relationship, friendship, anything. Nothing. It's terrible. It's 2019. I think, and this will be a topic for another conversation, but we see all these challenges out there. And I touched on it last vlog. We see these challenges out there. I challenge anybody. Put down your phone.
Believe it or not, I accepted a challenge and made it through the challenge.
You did? Well, we'll talk about that another time.
Yep.
But we, Mike and Justin, challenge you to put your phone down. Develop. Get to know your kids. Get to know people around you. It's not scary. I have no problem saying, hey, how are you today? It's just that simple. And sometimes somebody needs cheering up.
Words mean more to someone than just over the phone.
Kindness is the best thing we can do. Kindness is the best gesture. Anyway, that would be the end of this discussion. I think we've drawn out a little bit too long. So tomorrow will be the last one we do as far as doing a daily series. So episode 5 will be it for daily. We're going to go to a weekly series and go from there. We're going to try doing editing and not look so raw or so crappy.
Looks so boring.
But if we do, we do. We just get to be more animated. Move around more. Jump around. Like House of Pain. Jump around. But that is it. We've come to the end. Happy Fat Tuesday, everybody. And this is Mike and Justin.
And we're stuck in the lair with you.
I don't even want to be here.